of Parliament, Minister of Government, Senator, Minister of Government, the Honorable Hugh Hart, and then we will go into the taking of the Jamaica Dairy Development Board Amendment Act. We will ask the Prime Minister who will lead the tributes to.
Thanks, House Leader. Prime Minister. Mike, please.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to pay tribute to the life and service of the Honorable Hugh Cecil Edmund Hart, Order of Jamaica, former Senator, former Cabinet Minister, distinguished attorney at law, business leader, and servant of the Jamaican people. On behalf of the government of Jamaica, and indeed on behalf of all who value long and faithful service to the country, I extend sincere condolences to his family, his friends, his former colleagues in Parliament and Cabinet, the legal fraternity. I must mention, Madam Speaker, the Monroe College family.
Absolutely.
And all those who had the privilege of knowing and working with him. Hugh Hart belonged to a generation of Jamaicans who helped to shape the institutions and economic foundations of our young nation after independence. He was a man of intellect, discipline, judgment, and resolve. His contribution was not confined to one field. He served Jamaica in law, in business, in public administration, in Parliament, and in the Cabinet. Born in St. Andrew and educated at Monroe College, he went to Queen's College, Oxford, where he studied law. He was called to the bar at Gray's Inn in 1953 and later admitted as a solicitor in Jamaica in 1956. Over the course of a long and distinguished legal career, he became one of Jamaica's respected commercial lawyers with deep expertise in areas including taxation, mining, real estate development, corporate restructuring, commercial law, and corporate finance. As a founding partner of Hart, Murad Fattah, he helped to build one of Jamaica's leading law firms and contributed significantly to the development of commercial legal practice in our country. His legal work was marked by seriousness, precision, and a practical understanding of how law supports enterprise, development, investment, and institutional order. And, Madam Speaker, it could also be said of Hugh Hart that he was a great mentor and supporter of young lawyers coming into the profession. Indeed, I'm sure that when the leader of the opposition speaks, he will spend more time on that aspect of Hugh Hart's contribution to national development. But, Madam Speaker, Hugh Hart was not content to serve Jamaica only from private practice. He answered the call to public service. He served in the Senate from 1980 to 1993 and brought to this Parliament the same clarity of thought and depth of experience for which he was known in the legal and business communities. He went on to serve in the Cabinet as Minister of Mining and Energy and as Minister of Tourism. These were not minor assignments. They were portfolios central to Jamaica's economic survival, growth, and international engagement. As Minister of Mining and Energy, he served during a difficult period for Jamaica's bauxite and aluminium industry. The sector faced serious disruptions arising from global economic pressures and changes in international demand. At that time, bauxite and aluminium were critical to employment, foreign exchange, industrial activity, and national confidence. Hugh Hart brought to that challenge the mind of a lawyer, the discipline of a negotiator, and the resolve of a patriot. He was among those who helped Jamaica navigate a period of uncertainty in one of the country's most important industries. His service in that ministry reminds us that national leadership is often tested in moments of difficulty. It is easy to speak of development when conditions are favorable. It is far more demanding to protect national interests when industries are under pressure, when jobs are at risk, and when the country must find a path through forces beyond its immediate control. Hugh Hart served in such a moment, and he did so with seriousness and distinction. As Minister of Tourism, he also played a role in advancing one of Jamaica's most important economic sectors. His tenure coincided with important milestones in the growth of the industry, including Jamaica's continued emergence as a premier global destination. He understood that tourism was not merely an industry of hotels and arrivals, but an expression of Jamaica's identity, culture, hospitality, and international presence. Our current Minister of Tourism exemplifies this, Madam Speaker. Beyond ministerial office, Hugh Hart gave service to many of Jamaica's major institutions. He served in leadership roles across the public and private sectors, including institutions connected to bauxite, energy, manufacturing, finance, and commerce. In these capacities, he helped to strengthen the governance and strategic direction of organizations that mattered to Jamaica's economic life. In 2011, Jamaica conferred on him the Order of Jamaica in recognition of his contribution to the bauxite and aluminium industry and to the legal profession. It was a fitting national honor for a man whose work had touched so many areas of Jamaican life. Madam Speaker, there is an important lesson in Hugh Hart's example. His was not a politics of noise and spectacle. His was a life of competence, preparation, duty, and measured service. At a time when public life is often judged by immediacy and volume, Hugh Hart's life reminds us of the enduring value of steadiness. He was serious without being theatrical. He was accomplished without being boastful. He was influential without needing to be ostentatious, or as some people would say, tapanaris. The Parliament should honor that kind of service. We should honor those who help to build the foundations on which we stand. We should honor those whose work may not always be visible to the public in the moment, but whose impact is felt across decades. Today, we remember the Honorable Hugh Cecil Edmund Hart, OJ. As a former member of the Senate, as a former Minister of Government, as a lawyer of high standing, as a builder of institutions, and as a distinguished son of Jamaica who gave generously of his talents to the country. To his family, we express our gratitude. We know that public service requires sacrifice, not only from the individual who serves, but also those who support and sustain them. We thank you for sharing him with Jamaica. May his memory be honored in this Parliament, in the legal profession, in the industries he helped to guide, and in the national life to which he contributed so much. May his soul rest in peace.